Hi guys, it's Pat, your German finance buddy. In this video I would like to share my top 7 New Year's resolutions I've used to take control of my finances and my life. These are the very resolutions I used to go from being a poor 20-something to having a 7-figure net worth in my early 30s. The crucial turning point that made everything else possible was to track my expenses. Before that decision, I was spending my money as fast as I earned it, sometimes even faster. And I couldn't have told you exactly what I spent it on. But about 10 years ago, I created a simple Excel spreadsheet and started tracking every dollar. Of course, that included fixed costs like rent, utilities, or health insurance, but also variable expenses such as food, gas, or clothing. And even very small expenses like the $3 bratwurst we all love here in Germany. After 3 months, I had a good picture of all my expenses. Most importantly, I was able to identify and cut down unnecessary expenses, like the daily takeaway coffee that cost me $100 a month. Gradually, I changed a few of my bad money habits and used the money I saved to buy more and more index fund shares. When you stop living paycheck to paycheck, you automatically increase your self-confidence. A financial cushion that covers the most important expenses for the next few months gives you the courage to pursue your professional dreams and goals. For me, it was the cornerstone I needed to start my online marketing agency. And since I want you to follow your dreams, you'll find the link to the spreadsheet down below in the video description. Download your copy and use it for at least 3 months to get a feel for where your money is going. If you find this helpful, I would be happy if you support me by liking and sharing the video. Thank you. Another good New Year's resolution is to improve your professional skills. The great thing about this is that it's all in your own hands. You can just sign up for advanced training to improve your skills. As a salesperson, you could take a course on negotiation psychology. As a programmer, you could take advanced training to become a data scientist. No matter what your profession is, there's always room for improvement. And your improved skills will open up completely new job opportunities. That way you can earn 5, 10 or even 20 grand more when you apply for a new job. You should definitely use your 20s to acquire specialized knowledge instead of optimizing your investment returns. Because even if you already have 100 grand invested and manage to outperform the index by 3%, this would only be $3,000 more to your name. And even to get that far, you would need quite a bit of luck in stock picking. Continuing education, on the other hand, is a reliable path to a permanently higher income, especially due to the shortage of skilled workers in many professions. Next up is one of my favorite New Year's resolutions: starting a side hustle. It's best to do this while you are still studying or when you are already well settled into your job. That's when you usually have enough time to realize new projects. Back during my studies, I co-founded an online marketing agency. Once the agency was well established, I looked for the next project. Since I'm really into coffee, I started testing fully automatic espresso machines, making detailed videos and publishing reviews. And now I've started my journey into the world of finance. So my career is a bit like skiing or inline skating. Once a project is going well, it gives me the guts and confidence to take the next step forward. Due to the smooth transition between the projects, I always have a plan B. Just choose one of your hobbies and start creating content. No matter what you like, whether it's parkour, downhill mountain biking, a science-related topic, or gardening. You can always reach other like-minded people through social media. And even with a relatively small reach, you can build interesting businesses these days. Some of the most profitable YouTube niches are personal finance, tech, cars and gadgets, or fitness and bodybuilding. Of course, you shouldn't only look for the money. But if you have several hobbies that you really enjoy, you should definitely research them to see where the potential income is higher. Now we get to a resolution I've been making for 10 years now: reading at least 6 business or finance related books per year. I love books because they contain the knowledge of the greatest thinkers and business people of all time. That's thousands of hours of experience available to you in 200 to 500 pages. Just visit your public library, choose a topic you like, and enjoy all the nuggets of wisdom from the most successful people that have ever lived. Whether you want to better understand different business models, how to best manage your money, or simply gain new perspective and ideas, there's something interesting for everyone. I especially like biographies of company founders like Sam Walton of Walmart or Phil Knight of Nike. They teach us that everyone has to break down barriers on the way to success. Each of them could have made plenty of excuses as to why they couldn't make it, but they kept fighting and finally made it. And the lessons of these legendary founders also apply to us and our businesses, however large or small they may be. It's simply motivating to read a story like this every now and then. It helps you get out of a slump and keep going. Another very powerful New Year's resolution is to increase your savings rate by 5%. That doesn't sound like much at first, but don't underestimate the compound interest effect. We'll do the math together. Let's assume you earn $50,000 and save the current average of about 2.5%. 50 grand times 2.5% equals $1,250 that you save per year. If you save and invest that amount for 30 years using a low-cost S&P 500 index fund with a 7% return after inflation, you'll have a portfolio of about $123,000. That's quite nice, but let's see how much we can achieve with a 5% higher savings rate. 50 grand times 7.5% equals $3,750 that you save every year. So over a 30-year period, you save and invest $112,500. But compound interest turns it into a whopping 369 grand. That's more than 3 times your original investment. I think your future self would be very happy about this. And financial worries will be a thing of the past. But where will the extra money to invest come from? Since you are tracking your expenses from now on, it's certainly no problem to identify and stop a few unnecessary expenses. I stopped buying takeaway coffee and started brown bagging my lunch. And these 2 habits alone have significantly improved my financial situation. There's no doubt that you can do it too. Now we get to a New Year's resolution that is typically German. Every German has heard the phrase, "I would never buy anything on credit." Most of us really can't stand debt, especially when it comes to buying something you don't really need, like a brand new car, a new TV or designer clothes. Of course we take out loans for a house or a major renovation. But when it comes to consumption, we tend to hold back on credit and save until we can buy it in cash. We think roughly like this. If you can't pay the price of something in cash, you probably can't afford it at all. At least that's how my parents taught me to think. And apparently many other German parents have done it this way too. Because the average individual debt in Germany is only 30,300 euros or about $32,000. In comparison, individual debt in the US is around $96,000. That's about 3 times as much debt per person. Of course, that also has to do with the culture and mindset. Germans are simply a bit more conservative when it comes to money. But in terms of consumer debt, that's exactly the way to go if you want to build wealth in the long run. The 7th and final resolution is one of my favorites. You should definitely find a finance buddy. Everyone and their mother have a gym buddy. But very few have a friend they can talk to about money. However, it makes a lot of sense to discuss financial topics with your friends. No matter whether it's about the ideal index fund portfolio, a favorable cell phone plan, or cheap car insurance. Everyone is well versed in other topics, but you can support each other and benefit together. It's also fun to challenge each other. If you make a game out of saving, it will be much easier. Just take turns in coming up with a challenge. For example, Let's see who spends less on takeaway food this month. The natural will to win drives you, and in the end you have both more money in your pockets. And along the way you change some of your bad financial habits. It's a win-win. Those were my top 7 New Year's resolutions. I'm pretty sure you'll be in a much better financial position in 1 year from now if you implement just 2 or 3 of these resolutions. I wish you all the best, and now it's time to click on my next video to learn even more about finance. See you next time, your German finance buddy.